gotcha. Okay. All right, hello everybody. Thanks for the intro, Steve. I think that was a pretty exciting raffle. I'm going to talk a little bit about a little box that you've probably all seen on the bottom of blogs and publishers' sites. The title of the presentation is "You May Also Like Other Interesting Stories from This Site or Around the Web." So if you've ever been on the internet and read an article, you've probably seen a little box like this at the bottom, and you're offered up some related links to other stories that the publisher wants you to click on. So they can have many forms. They can be, pictures like this. They can be text, all different types of things. What a lot of people don't realize is this isn't usually done by the publisher. It's actually done by a number of different third-party companies. And it's a mix of a bunch of different kind of links that I want to briefly talk about. So generally in that box, you're looking at internal links, partner links, and sponsored links. So in this example, you'll see the ones on the left are internal links. So this is on chow.com. Those three on the left go to other Chow articles. There's a partner content, that would be the blended recipes, and then sponsored content on the far right. So when someone clicks on the sponsored post, that person pays the third-party company and the publisher to receive traffic from their site. So why do publishers want to link to their own articles, videos, and blog posts? They want to keep people clicking around their site, increase their page views, time on site, and reduce their bounce rate. And then in terms of partner content, people do this to link to other sites they like or to drive traffic around their own network of sites. So if they own 5 sites, they might use this widget at the bottom to share traffic between all of them. And then in terms of sponsored content, they do this for one reason and one reason only, and that is to make money. So just talking a little bit about the types of sponsored content that go in this box. There's 3 kind of main types. That's editorial, branded, and advertorial. So I'm just going to talk through those pretty briefly. Editorial content links to another publisher's story. They're paying to get traffic to their site. So when they spend money to get traffic, they're hoping that you come to their site and keep clicking around, reading, and enjoying. Branded content is when a brand will pay to have content created around a particular idea or a topic area that they want to be thought leaders in. So in this case, something called Appcelerator is sponsoring content on near field communications and driving traffic to that. So basically they want people to think about their brand when they think about near field communications. And the third kind, and the most kind of annoying kind, I would say, would be advertorial. In this case, when you click on the related story, you're brought to an article that's basically entire purpose is to get you to click on this little registration link on the bottom, which then brings you to a page where you can sign up for some sort of offer or deal. So I was going to talk a little bit about some of the companies in the space and kind of where they fall on a spectrum. I don't know if any of these companies are familiar to you guys or not, but on one end, on the top, I put money in ads, and then the bottom would be focus on internal linking, and then on the right would be companies that focus on WordPress, and then companies who don't. So on the top left, you have AdBlade, Content Ad, and Taboola, 3 companies that focus a lot on driving paid links, don't really have much in terms of WordPress support or companies, or plugins or anything like that. On the right, you have probably some familiar names, nRelate, Zamanta, Discuss, and Yarp, focusing on releasing plugins and supporting WordPress, and also driving paid and also internal linking. And then you also have Outbrain and Link Within, 2 other companies that do this. So if you like the content that you're seeing in the box, the way to kind of let people know you like it is just to simply keep clicking and reading. And if you see stuff in that box that you don't think is appropriate or you don't like, the only way now to really have a say is to let the publisher and the content recommendation company know that you don't like it. And what we see most often would be either via tweet or email. And people do actually listen to what readers have to say, even though it may not seem like it at all times. So, thanks, and I'm Oliver at nRelate.com. What's that? Oh, any questions? I don't think so. So, one question, yes.
How are you different from Zanata?
How are we different?
Yeah, how's nRelate different from Zanata?
So they basically, from what I remember, and I haven't looked at what they do in a little while, they're more of a tool for when you publish a post. They give you a lot of great options of things you can put into your post for, pictures or related articles or things like that. And it's kind of an active process that you, as the publisher of that post, control. In our case, we do all the recommendations completely algorithmically after the fact. So you publish a post where nRelate's running there, and it'll just populate with whatever recommendations our algorithms decide. Yeah. Yep.
You presented in such a way where it seems like on a website you get a little bit of each. But if money is involved, I'm figuring that a website that doesn't have a whole lot of money is going to try to get as much free content as possible. So you break down what you just told us in terms of, the links and all of the other types of ads and stuff. What is going to cost?
Yeah. So you're asking what break down what types of links show up typically on publishers' sites and bloggers' sites?
Not only that, but someone, I'm actually a writer and a journalist, and nobody wants to pay anything for content. So I'm assuming that a website is going to try to get as much free content as possible, which I'm assuming means that they may not have a variety. They may be stuck with, something from, like one of those factories, that pay people $5 an article. But I'm interested in what this, play costs.
Oh, so this isn't exactly that. It doesn't put content on your site. Oh, you were asking what it costs to put content on your site, right?
Well,
basically.
You're basically giving us a variety of links and content that you would see on a website. It intimates and implies variety, but I'm assuming that on a real website where the developer doesn't have a whole lot of money, he's going to try to get as much free content as possible, which may mean that a lot of your links and stuff and a lot of the content you've explained exists are not going to be on his site. So in terms of what is the freest kind of content, what's the cheapest kind of content you just described?
Okay, so what's the cheapest kind of content I just described? So I think first, it's not exactly like, it doesn't put content on your site in the sense that the long form content is on your domain. It just puts links to either your content or to sponsored content. So you're either driving traffic to content that you've already written, or you're driving content to other sites that have paid to show up there. Yeah, so they would pay you, yeah. And it's completely up to, in the most for almost every company in the space, the publishers decide what the breakdown of the links are. Are they showing all sponsored links? Are they showing all internal? Are they doing half and half? It's really usually up to the publisher to decide that. That's correct. The websites don't pay anything for this.
It doesn't matter how much money the developers have to have the website. It's free to the website.
Yeah.
And basically, I think it's based on like what words are on the site. Scans of what words.
Yeah, I mean, it can be based on what words, what phrases. It can also be based on popularity. So what's getting clicked the most? What's in a particular category? I mean, every company kind of attacks the problem in slightly different ways. But yeah, does that answer your question? Okay, cool.
What I can say is that there was a previous presentation on nRelate that's the video's on the site, which goes into quite some detail about how it all works.
Yeah, thank you. All right, thanks everybody.
So, actually, I mean, I know Oliver focused more on the readership, and just to expand more on your question, if you have a WordPress website and you want to put nRelate or Zamanta on your site, it's free. And you can make money. I'm not sure if you can make money with Zamanta, but I do know you can make money with nRelate. You can with Zamanta too. Okay, so you can actually make money. They'll put advertisements on your site the same way Google AdWords does it. It figures out what the best ads are. They put it on your site. People click on it. You get paid. Okay. And are there any WordPress.com users here? Anybody actually is not hosting your own website, not hosting WordPress.com? Great. So Zamanta is actually available on WordPress.com. So I think if you go to I think it's under user profile settings. It's sort of a little hidden, but I think if you go under your user profile, there's a checkbox for Zamanta, and you can put Zamanta on there. But for everybody else, both Zamanta and nRelate are available as plugins, and nRelate actually has 3 different plugins to help you do that. Related, most popular, and a related flyout. Yeah. ZEM, Anta, A-N-T-A. And nRelate is the letter N, relate. Cool. All right. Just another thing, I know Oliver didn't focus on it either. Like literally, you put these plugins on your website, and your page views increase, just like that, right? Because someone reads your content, they immediately see something related on it, and they press it. They click a link that they wouldn't have clicked before, and you get an extra page view. So it's a really easy way to get to increase traffic on your website from readers that are already there.